back. Thanks for being here again. So if you saw the last video, we were talking about the Moonshine UHMW Soulplates for the Razors Cults. Check out that video right here. If you haven't already, we unbox them and we install them. We talk a little bit about the Soulplates. Today we're actually going to be testing them out. And just to get you really quickly up to speed, Moonshine UHMW is a California-based skate company that makes wheels, anti-rockers, clothing, and now they make Soulplates, and they're selling them. So they released these, which are a very, very special edition limited batch of just 15, specifically for the Razors Cult 8.9 shell Razors skate here. Really nice design, kind of makes the skate look a lot more modern. And they're actually quite a bit bigger as far as the negatives and the positives here. So I think they're about 17% larger by my calculations on the sole side, and about 33-ish% larger on the negative side. So quite a bit bigger, which, if, you know, I said in the last video, my only real complaint was that the stock Cult soles are a little bit small just for some fatter obstacles. Other than that, they're fine. So today we're gonna be assessing how they slide, of course, because the stock Razors Cults slide really well. And so these have some big shoes to fill, I guess, in a way. And then we're gonna be talking about, you know, how they lock on, how they slide, how the backslide groove performs compared to stock. I'm talking about our negative grinds because I admittedly tried negatives on my old Cults, the stock Cults, and I was like absolutely miserable, so I basically gave up. So we'll give some negatives a try today, and otherwise just how they perform and how they feel and how I like them. So I hope you do enjoy the video. We're gonna go to Mission Pavilion Ledges, which we just had our blade battle there recently here in San Antonio. Check out the card in the corner if you haven't, it's a really fun video. So we're gonna go to the Mission Pavilion, kind of on the south side of San Antonio, because I don't wanna go to the skate park first. I wanna go check these out on some like real street ledges, like straight concrete, real ledges, see how they slide, see how they perform, and then we'll go to the skate park and see how they do on more traditional, like angle iron type of concrete ledges and coping and rails. So that's what we're gonna do today. Hopefully it's not too windy. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Wanted to get out of the house. It's a beautiful day here, oh my goodness. So anyway, we're gonna head to Mission Pavilion, check these out, and then we'll head to Pearsall Skatepark here in San Antonio and check them out there. So if you do like the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. It helps get rollerblading out to more people here on YouTube. So we will see you at the ledges. This ledge is a little bit more rounded than the others. Not too bad, but definitely kind of in the middle here. It's a little rounded off. So we'll try a quick top sole or a couple topside tricks. Because on the other one, it's in really good shape and it's nice and angled, but this should be a better test of kind of the larger soles and their ability to lock on a little bit better. We'll see. All right, I think we got what we were looking for here at Mission Pavilion. Just kind of first impressions, they're great. Slide fast, give me a lot of confidence on top sides. The only thing I can tell, and I don't think it's a bad thing, is that the backslide plate is going to take a little bit of getting used to, because on the original Razors Cult backslide plate, the angle at which you have to go like boot down for royales and other H-block tricks is much steeper. So this angle is much more shallow, that you have to kind of bend down to actually get the backslide plate to touch, which is cool. It just takes a little bit of adjustment, a little bit of getting used to for me, because I'm not used to it. It's a little bit different. And I can tell that I think the backslide groove is gonna take a little bit of grooving in, because there's a couple times where I just felt like it didn't quite hold the angle as much as I was kind of anticipating. So I think once I get them a little bit grooved in, they'll be a little bit more, I guess, stable on the H-block tricks, kind of the groove tricks. But honestly, very happy with them on concrete ledges here. So with that, let's head on over to Pearsall Park, where we'll skate some of the more kind of skate park-esque ledges and the little P-rail there, and maybe some coping too, we'll see. I'm terrible at coping, so again, I don't really want to get hurt today, and coping is usually where I get hurt, which is unfortunate. But anyway, we'll skate as much as we can, get some good impressions, and then we'll talk about it later. All right, we'll see you at the park.
That's all I got for today. That's all she wrote.
All right, just got back to the house after the first session on the Moonshine. Soulplates here for the Cults. Had a lot of fun on the skate, on the soles. Yeah, really happy with the product. So I guess a few takeaways here. How do they slide? Well, they slide well. Do I think that they're like groundbreakingly fast? Do I think like, you know, it's some like out of this world sliding performance? Not that I noticed, but then again, I'm not like a skating connoisseur where I can sense like the subtle notes of fiberglass in the sole. Like honestly, you know, they slid well. I think they slid just as well as the stock Soulplates, which in my opinion is great because the stock Soulplates slide really well. And so that was great. Like, honestly, very happy with how they slide, big time. I will say on the ledges that I skated first, it just gave me like a lot of confidence on the top sides. I think the only top sides that I missed was really just like the half cab top sole, which is a hard trick for me anyway, so it's no surprise that I missed that, but huge amounts of confidence on ledges with these, where I know for certain that if I was skating the stock Cult soles, that I would not have that much confidence on those ledges, especially some of them being a little bit chunkier, a little bit rounder. I would not have the same amount of confidence if I were skating the stock ones. So that's a big plus. I mentioned earlier the backslide groove is a little bit shallow for me, but I would actually prefer it to be a little too shallow than a little too deep. Why? Because you can always go to a curb and just and fix that. Right? Just go to a curb and for a minute or two and get the groove exactly how you want it. So I don't think that's a factor. For the negatives, I mean, negatives nice and big, right? Like with the old negatives, I know there's people that do a lot of negatives with the stock Razors Cult negatives here, but I mean, they're pretty small. And I found that especially on like fatter objects, it's a real challenge to do negatives with with the stock Razors Cult negatives. With these though, man, I had a blast, right? Like these, so I think from the first video, the negatives on these new soles are the same size as the positives on the old skates, on the original Razors Colts here. So lots of confidence both on the positives and the negatives. They feel really solid. They feel really good. I was at Pearsall and Ricky showed up, and the first thing he asked me was, "Are those Razors? Are those shifts?" They do kind of look like shifts, don't they? But yeah, really happy. I think because actually going back to the backslide groove, I think because this is a little bit shallow, I think for like pivot tricks where you're doing like a Royale to like a sole or something, or like, you know, like a back Royale true sole, like that pivot it makes it a little bit easier. It seems like anyway. I had a lot of fun on these skates today. A lot of fun. I'm excited to keep skating these. I forgot how much I really like Colts. And especially now with these Soulplates on there, man, I don't know if I want to go back to my Aeons for a little while, to be honest with you. And especially, I didn't think going back to anti-rocker, like, yeah, I felt the difference, but it actually wasn't a big deal. It wasn't like having to relearn how to ride a bike again with anti-rocker, so it was cool going back and forth. Backslide groove is pretty shallow. It's a larger sole plate. So if you're used to the stock backslide plate and the stock sole plate and everything, you don't have to bend quite as much, wrong side. You don't have to bend quite as much to go boot down on your Royales and your Favres and your alley-oop topside, backside Savannahs and Unities, your cross-legged tricks. So yeah, I mean, until you groove these in a little bit, it's a pretty shallow angle, which is kind of cool, like, because you can adjust that, right? What else? I don't know. I thought they were great. They felt fantastic. Lots of confidence. They slide great. I have no problems with these at all. So all in all, I'm really happy with the Soulplates. Had a blast. This is like kind of renewed my desire to skate these Colts. Like now I just want to skate them all the time, honestly. And so I think that's probably about it. So this was one of the first 15 production Soulplates for the Razors Cult. So I don't know what kind of their timeline is for creating more Soulplates and Soulplates for different boots and different sized shells for the Colts or other skates. It was a pleasure testing these out today. Lots of fun. So I really look forward to seeing what products they come out with next and hopefully testing those out too. Thanks Moonshine for sending these really quickly. Great product. Really happy to skate it today and continue skating it, you know, into the future. So anyway, if you did like the video, consider subscribing, give the video a thumbs up, help get rollerblading out to more people, and we'll see you next time, rollerbladers. Take care. Which one of these videos looks more interesting to you? This one or this one? Click one to support the channel and to support rollerblading, and I'll see you there.